Hello, Author Appleton YouTubers. This video, I want to address something that I find very important when it comes to writing fantasy. Most writers have a little difficulty building their characters into third-dimensional creations. Eventually, as the story progresses, they fall in love with at least the majority of their characters. Without this creative transformation, the story feels flat. But most writers struggle with the next essential phase of story creative development, and that is making their characters hurt. When I was writing my first novel, Swords of the Six, I received my first editorial critique. It was hard to take. I remember feeling disappointed because the editor had been unable to make a strong emotional connection to the characters. But she adeptly noted that the connection could be made if my characters did not continue to come unscathed out of every battle. This was a revelation to me as I proceeded with the story. I had a scene that I was working on, and after a vicious battle with sea serpents, my hero did emerge pretty much unscathed. So I went back and I rewrote it, and I left the hero with scars that would carry with him for life. The result was eye-opening. Just after reading it, I realized that the character, when he was recovering from his wounds, I found myself creating new interactions with other characters for him on a whole new level. Suddenly, this was not a legend without reason. He had become a hero truly by blood, sweat, and tears. Inflicting pain on the story's hero made me fear for his safety in a way that I had not realized I could. Prior to this, the story was fascinating to me, but one could not really say that it had felt real. Not in the sense that it could be part of the real world that we live in. Now I could imagine my own terror, my own dread of the consequences of the battles he was facing. Hurting my characters became an essential element to every story that I wrote. In my primary series, this has served me over and over again. In The Sword of the Dragon Offspring, I was afforded another opportunity when the heroine emerged out of a battle that completely disfigured her. This was Ogana. I had written it out so that the dragon prophet healed her of her wounds, but when an author friend of mine commented on it, I realized there was a much better angle to take. So when the dragon healed her of her wounds, I changed it so that he received her scars onto his own body. The result was sensational. Suddenly what he had done for her did not seem so light a gift. Suddenly the gift was a test and demonstration of his true love for her. So my suggestion when you're writing fantasy is to make your fiction characters hurt. Make the consequences permanent as much as possible. Little speaks to your characters' moral fibers as much as showing how they respond to tough circumstances or limitations. These are the fires in which writing gold is refined. So the question for you is, do your characters hurt? For more, please visit my website, authораppleton.com.